Day 11, July 25th, Thursday. All City Hall employees awarded company cars, Freiburg to host semi-finals for Youth Hockey League, and small drug dealers invade Freiburg. Seems like quite an interesting one actually. Otherwise, let's go to work. No dramatic monologue. Oh well, let's just start there, I guess. Let's just go to map. Whoops, some guy keeps messaging me, sorry. Go to map, and let's start this day. Right then. Advise you're unhappy with efficiency, cutting department budgets. You're losing 1 job slot. Right, we're now out of job slots. We have to stop being inefficient, as they say. And I say that with inverted commas around it. Right then. Bill Buckler reports to unidentified men snuck into his house, set fire at his barn, came in, criminals attempted to gain entry to the house. Thompson, Spain, off you go. Let's see what else we got then. No, nothing. Quiet. It's 10:30. Oh right, big one. No sign of the criminals in the house. Front door's been broken. Shadows lurk inside. Go through the back door. Oh, that was easy. 10 points each. Every day more. Drug addicts attempted to hide inside an expensive bottle of liquor under his jacket. When he was caught, he began to throw a fit. Send you 2. And the one I meant to protect's in the other squad, so that should be fine. Shift A is what I'm using now. Shift B is what I need to protect until like 29th. Maybe we can give that guy like a day off or something. It's like throughout until the 29th to keep him alive while I'm using Shift B's. Right, one of our new guys tried to rape our accountant. We locked him in a hotel room. He's pretending to hand the whole organisation over to police. I think it's time before he talks to police officer face to face. Send Thompson to this one. Theft reports, offender court, officer unharmed, 10 points each. Right then, let's see what happens next. I've now got 21k in the bank. I'm about 0.5 of the way there. That's really low. Right, what do you want? City centre, £1,000. Right, that's not too serious, I guess. City centre, 1639. We'll see what's going on there. Assault with a deadly weapon. Woman reports that she saw a skinhead attacking a dark skin velvet. Strike him in the legs, yelling, "I beat you till you're dead, you freak." Believes she saw a pistol sticking out of skinhead's belt. Send Robin, Spain. Send you 4, I guess, if we're not going to do anything in the main city hall for the time being. Whilst we wait for something to happen. Right, in a moment there'll be one at City Hall. See how serious this one is for 1,000. You want back up? We'll send everyone then, basically. The entire police force at this one house. This will be an interesting one. Right, man's been expensive lying in the street. He's been shot. No one saw who shot him from where. Man's still alive. An ambulance on the way. Or if an ambulance is on the way, then hopefully he might make it. And fingers crossed, nothing too serious. For $1,000. Is this worth it? Let's find out. Offender escaped. And he died. Thank you very much. Here's 1,000. Sort of deadly weapon. Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Everyone in the police force gets a bonus. 8-year-old Kevin at home alone, hiding on the bed. Unknown person gathered outside apartment door. Well, we've got the entire police force coming back to base, then we'll send someone over. Eventually. Right, we'll send Timpson and Birch Jr. I think that'll be good enough case for this one. Well, it's now midnight. We haven't had dramatic monologue for a short while now, so maybe we get like 3 days done per episode. I wouldn't mind that. We've got 180 days to get through. Right, how are we doing over there? More serious than we thought. Send Robbins and Vasily. So we've got Spain and Samadhi left behind, and just in case. Well, once they're sorted, it'll be the end of the day. And only about 6 minutes into the episode, so 6, 12, 20, yeah, that's fine. We can make this one quite easily. Did I say 21? I was going to say 18 even. I'm an idiot. Right. Offender caught, officer unharmed, and looks like everyone was safe. Well played, guys. Let's end the day. Shift B. It's you I need to protect. Alright, Shift B. End day. And Yance. Oh, we've got dramatic monologue, here we go.
In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the old colony club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley at the old colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut. That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld. He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Well, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners. Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this: don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
This is one hell of a
you exaggerate.
conversation between
But is
criminal and
Freeburg
police
always
chief.
so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around, but I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers.
Again, just remember, this is police chief and criminal talking to each other.
This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
If it weren't for the phone number written on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation in the morning. But there was no reason to worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
Day 12, July 26th. Orthodox priest bribe mayor, student volunteer to help farmers, geek priest to be appointed head of Freeburg Church. We got more monologue. Let's go through this one. Eventually.
My morning ritual was plagued by the smell of Vickers Varga's fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vickers was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never. You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine. The morning seemed surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter?
Wait, the car's
As
moving
my
in a
tight-lipped
cutscene?
chauffeur drove
That's
an
the
hour
first of
through
this
God
game.
knows where.
Moving
I started to feel like I
cutscenes.
was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky.
I really like how they do this like cutscenes like in a comic book style. It does really work for this kind of game. And I also like the flowy particle effects in the background as well. Adds a little bit of dramatic effects to it.
I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child, took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack, but not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the 500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster Maurice Bell when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last. Tomorrow Vicus Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
I guess it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you 500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack, and I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it, and call me.
Wait, so I could get a deal of 500,000, just like click of the fingers, call him up, ask for the money and go. Not too sure how to take this one. We'll have to find out later on what options they give us during the call.
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
I may go towards Christopher Sands, to be honest. Vicus Varga we don't know much about. Sand, looks like he's willing to help out a bit more. Yeah, I think I'll go Sand. Takes a while to dial his number.
Tell him it's Boyd.
Right, here we go. Shift B. Let's start the day. No music. Let's get started. See how many calls we get today. Be advised on happy efficiency. We're cutting the department's budgets. And we're going to have to cut a slot. Ouch. I guess we can get rid of one of these detectives on Shift B. De Brito, Armstrong or Mole. It's not Mole, she's good. So De Brito or Armstrong. I may get rid of Armstrong. I remember there was that short while back about the racism crisis and had to fire the black people. But then again, I'm not sure if that's still a thing. I may go for Armstrong in this one. I mean, De Brito and Armstrong are exactly the same kind of like level with each other, but it's quite a tough one. He starts at like 80 and I've not actually used De Brito yet. That's the other thing as well. You know what, let's go to De Brito. Salary, okay. Tomorrow's going to be date, don't let anything happen to him. Yancey, we had to protect, didn't we? So we'll try and bring him out as minimal calls as we can. Or if it stays like this, we have no calls all day, I'd be happy with that. Right. Received a call from club manager. There's been a fight. 20 men. Send the paddy wagon over to this one. And we'll put Kochi and Purdy on this one. 20 men. Sounds like quite a serious one. It's now leading up to 11 o'clock. Still nothing really going on other than that one crime. Hope it'll be a good day. Then again, I'm probably speaking too soon. More serious than you thought. Let's put Kane onto this one. Sultan suburb. 2 teens walking their dog went into an argument. 1 unleashed dog on the other. Police were called by a girl who was riding a bicycle. We'll put Yancey and Austin on this one. Doesn't sound too serious. Yancey can take care of this one quite easily. And watch the dog now going to attack Yancey and kill him. Alright, tell me to do something at City Hall. Right, job slot request. I think we're going to need one. Because I'm now running out of these things. With more apparent efficiency declines. Right. Offender court. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. 5 points, 10 points each. Boy struggling off the ground, barely holding off the angry dog, trying to grab him by the throat. 5 shots in the air, pull the dog's collar, shoot the dog with a taser. Dog lets boy escape, owner starts to flee. Borrow the girl's bicycle, run after him, or order the teenager to halt. We'll borrow the girl's bicycle. And we actually caught him on the bicycle. Yancey, you are the greatest police officer ever to grace this town. I love you, man. Homicide at church. Bearded man in a hat enters confessional. Minute later, heard a few gunshots. Then he left the booth. Sat on a pew. Think he's praying. We'll send Tsubaki, and then we'll wait for someone else to return as well. I'll probably send Purdy with her. Yeah, I'll send Purdy and Tsubaki on this one once they return. And there. Purdy, Tsubaki, proceed. Alright, attempted murder. Linda Howard, her words slurred. Dentist paralysed her face during her visit. Not struck me with some kind of poison, arrest him. We'll send Kochi and Kane to this one. Is it Kane? Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Also, actually no. How many? We have out of slots, but how many people do we have on the labour market? Well, just a few average people. Nothing too. Actually, Tim Luckett, 400 professionalism. Maybe you're to consider later on. I mean, I don't think like payment to the police officers mean too much. Let's see what happens. Offender on court, officer unharmed, the civilian was killed. Found a non-automatic weapon. Right. Offenders found an automatic weapon at crime scene. What do you want to do with it? You can bring it to station, or you can sell it. I think we'll bring it to station, this one. Otherwise, it is now getting a bit late, but if we finish like 2 in the morning now, it's quite a long day. I was injected with painkillers, nothing serious, fair enough. Oh yeah, I forgot that some false calls would come from like injection and stuff. That's quite an obvious one. Went to hospital, got injected. Gotta remember myself, some of these are prank calls. Christopher G's ice stand. Ice cream vendor noticed suspicious black bag which been laying unsupervised on the bench for the past few hours. We'll send... Was Kochi back soon? Yes, she is. So we'll send Kochi and Purdy, Kane, Tsubaki and Austin on this one. Also send a SWAT as well. Now let's hope that nothing else comes in, because Yancey's my only officer left. And if there is one, hope it's not too serious. Right then, they're at the ice rink now. Let's see what happens. Homicide. No. Oh, right, no new frames found. And alright, we got a new frame for this one. Bag on scene. There's something moving inside of it. Stay back until bomb squad, maybe. Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Civilians unharmed. I guess we'll never know what it was. That's a shame. But then again, it's like quite a successful day, really. The one person at the church killed, but that's about it, unfortunately. There we go. Time to end the day. But other than that, I think I'll end the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Do like and subscribe if you did. Do share on social media, get the channel's name out. And other than that, I thank you all for watching. Goodbye.